Monocular novel view synthesis has always had this massive, fundamental bottleneck: severe spatial information loss. Models out there like UniSHARP and Flash 3D, they regress renderable primitives from a single input, sure, but they catastrophically fail the second you step outside narrow field of view parameters. Today, we're tearing down the exact architectural failures of those narrow FOV regressors on non-pinhole camera systems, and we are diving deep into the breakthrough framework that actually solves this.
Section 1. Overcoming Constraints and Pinhole Camera Limits.
To really grasp the solution, we've got to precisely detail the algorithmic limitations of legacy models. Take SHRP, for instance. It maps every pixel in a normalized space that is completely governed by a strict pinhole camera assumption. But if you feed it a wide-angle, fisheye, or panoramic input, that mapping just breaks down entirely. Why? Because a single pixel displacement equates to vastly different angular changes across heterogeneous projections. And that brings us directly to UniSHARP. This framework successfully infers 3D structure, visibility, and appearance across a complete continuum of heterogeneous camera systems. And it does this by bypassing projection-specific heuristics entirely. Algorithmically speaking, it establishes implicit alignment by treating every single pixel as a ray rather than a 2D coordinate. It maps both the extracted feature volume and the final Gaussian attributes into a shared projection-agnostic metric space right before rendering. Now, when standard adaptation methods rely on cube map decomposition, splitting a panorama into 6 faces, running feed-forward inference locally, and then trying to stitch them back together, they inherently result in broken cross-face geometry. The boundaries fail. You get these severe stitching artifacts and view-dependent discontinuities right at the face junctions because the local latent features completely lack global context. Under that paradigm, unavoidable spatial discontinuities are just a given. But contrast that failure directly with the UniSHARP approach, which synthesizes a globally coherent, seamless panoramic target view directly in a unified space. There's absolutely no cube map decomposition and zero post-stitching. Synthesizing directly in a unified space means, mathematically, that the volumetric rendering integral is evaluated continuously across the entire ray field. It makes the render completely immune to localized face boundaries. Plus, by bypassing that post-stitching phase entirely, it drastically reduces computational overhead, which is exactly what we need for efficient optimization during inference.
Moving right into Section 2, Ray-Based Universal Representation and the Unified Latent Space.
The real engine driving this seamless synthesis is a core mathematical innovation. They shifted the entire model architecture from image plane coordinates to a generalized ray distance latent space. Instead of relying on image grids, UniSHARP utilizes a predicted per-pixel unit ray field combined with a radial distance. By defining the 3D point as xp equals dp times rp, the framework completely decouples the viewing direction from the scene range. This specific decoupling is an absolute game changer. It guarantees optimization stability across all projection types during backpropagation. Because the gradients are flowing through a consistent metric space rather than getting warped by varying projection models, the Gaussian primitives, their placements, their scales, their colors, they're all optimized consistently. It literally doesn't matter if the input was a standard perspective or a heavily distorted fisheye projection.
Section 3. Geometry-Anchored Two-Layer Initialization. Building on that unified ray system, UniSHARP initiates scene construction using geometry-anchored Gaussians. Let's break down how this two-layer architecture is constructed on a native ray grid. Step 1 allocates the primitives according to native ray sampling, which brilliantly preserves angular consistency without introducing fixed grid distortions. Step 2 then initializes the first layer to align precisely with the visible surface. Now, Step 3 is where the architecture gets highly sophisticated. An independent depth head actually predicts a second radial layer. To hypothesize this second distance, the depth head pulls multi-scale contextual features from the surrounding ray bundle to infer the probabilistic location of structures that are currently occluded. Basically, it creates a dedicated parameter space specifically engineered to capture disocclusions and high-frequency background geometry that sits beyond the immediate visible surface.
Now, with panoramic inputs, we have to deal with the mathematical reality of equirectangular projection, right? Polar regions are massively oversampled compared to the equator. UniSHARP counteracts this beautifully using a latitude-dependent probabilistic dropout. By calculating the cosine of the latitude angles, this Bernoulli mask selectively suppresses the second layer's opacity residuals exactly where the ray density clusters at the poles during training. It intelligently regularizes the Gaussian distributions, essentially dropping redundant primitives where the sampling rate is artificially inflated. This handles extreme projection distortion mathematically, all without requiring a specialized, resource-heavy prediction branch.
Section 4. feature-conditioned Gaussian residuals.
Of course, initialization is only half the battle. Moving to the refinement stage, this is where semantic context and geometric priors are deeply injected into the point cloud. Instead of just feeding raw RGB and depth images directly into a decoder, UniSHARP fuses 2D semantic embeddings right alongside 3D ray-based spatial features. The Gaussian decoder itself uses a series of specialized multi-layer perceptrons, MLPs, to process those features into a highly comprehensive residual tensor. This single tensor dictates tangent plane center offsets, inverse distance, scale, quaternion, color, and opacity. By dynamically composing these predicted residuals with the initial geometry anchors, the architecture completely prevents the oversmoothing that typically plagues legacy monocular decoders, ensuring the final renderable Gaussian primitives retain all their high-frequency structural integrity.
Section 5. Benchmark testing and comprehensive evaluation. To quantitatively prove the efficacy of this architecture, the researchers introduced a really rigorous, custom-built validation protocol, the field of view stratified benchmark. It isolates and diagnoses rendering quality changes as the field of view scales geometrically all the way from 60 degrees out to a full 360 degrees. Let's walk through the dataset stratification. We've got perspective from 60 to 90 degrees, wide VOV scaling up to 140, fisheye pushing 180, and panorama hitting that full 360 degrees. Crucially, note that they included omnirooms, a simulated indoor equirectangular dataset built via AirSim. For this benchmark, that AirSim environment was parameterized specifically to generate dense, absolutely collision-free local camera trajectories. Establishing those precise ground truth spatial boundaries allows for highly controlled validation of translation-induced panoramic synthesis, and that is absolutely critical for rigorously evaluating true 3D consistency. Section 6. Rendering performance and quantitative metrics.
Let's plunge right into the numbers. We begin with standard perspective performance just to ensure baseline stability before we assess the wide-angle scaling. On the in-domain perspective results, specifically the wild RGBD data, UniSHARP achieves a 21.556 PSNR that thoroughly outperforms Sharp's 18.3 and Flash 3D's 17.3. Exposing the network to extreme projection distortions during a mixed camera training regime actually forces the model to learn a more robust, generalized 3D prior. The network acts as a powerful regularizer, completely preventing overfitting to narrow viewing angles and actively improving baseline perspective fidelity. That's exactly how it yields that higher 21.556 PSNR over models that were trained exclusively on narrow FOV data.
And when we shift over to the non-perspective inputs, the quantitative superiority remains incredibly strict. On OmniRoom's wide and ScanNet++ fisheye, there is a massive performance gap where UniSHARP consistently dominates generative baselines like PanoDreamer and Matrix 3D. Remember, Matrix 3D relies heavily on standard convolutions and image plane projection methods. Under extreme wide-angle or fisheye distortion, those standard convolutions inherently fail because the spatial relationships between pixels become highly nonlinear. This data unequivocally proves that UniSHARP's ray distance parameterization effectively handles extreme projection distortion, exactly where image plane operations mathematically collapse. Let's focus on a very specific number here, 29.24. That is the exact PSNR score achieved by UniSHARP on the real-world HM3D panoramic dataset. For some context, the highly complex iterative Matrix 3D model achieved only a 25.37. Architecturally speaking, a multi-decibel leap of this magnitude is deeply significant because it is achieved entirely in a single feed-forward pass. Unlike diffusion models that rely on computationally expensive, iterative denoising steps to hallucinate structure, UniSHARP deterministically predicts the explicit 3D geometry instantly. It sets a completely new benchmark for omnidirectional fidelity. We can isolate exactly why the performance is so dominant by looking at the ablation studies. When the learned feature space is substituted with direct RGB depth conditioning, we see the steepest drop in rendering fidelity. It drops from 21.56 down to 20.38 on wild RGBD. Furthermore, stripping away that second Gaussian layer degrades performance across all datasets. Mathematically, removing that layer severely penalizes the loss function during backpropagation because the model loses its dedicated degrees of freedom from managing depth discontinuities. Without that independent distance hypothesis, the gradients just force the single visible layer to stretch and smear across object boundaries, resulting in a catastrophic degradation of disocclusion handling. And then we arrive at the operational speed, 3.1 seconds. That is the raw inference time required to generate a complete, navigable novel view from a single input image.
To wrap up the data breakdown, this architectural efficiency is literally staggering. While Matrix 3D takes 38.8 seconds due to its iterative diffusion generation process, UniSHARP requires only 3.1 seconds. By predicting the complete Gaussian representation in a single feed-forward pass, UniSHARP bypasses iterative diffusion entirely, delivering a 12.5x computational speedup. This has massive implications for hardware and VRAM overhead. Iterative diffusion creates severe VRAM bottlenecks because it has to maintain large activation maps across multiple time-step passes. UniSHARP bypasses that whole process completely, effectively democratizing explicit spatial generation for hardware-constrained environments. So we're definitely looking at a paradigm shift in spatial visual intelligence. Think about it. If a single uncalibrated image, regardless of its native projection distortion, can yield a seamless, omnidirectional 3D point cloud in just 3 seconds through universal ray distance modeling, what are the remaining architectural limits for pose-free, in-the-wild spatial intelligence? The traditional constraints of the pinhole camera are mathematically broken. The focus now shifts entirely to how rapidly we can scale this incredible spatial awareness out into the physical world.